Hello, this is James Kosaba with the Project Administration Group, and today we're going to go over on how to use the item bid history component and forecast and review and research item price history. So we want to ensure that we're in the correct role. We want to be in the CT Design Item Price History role, which we are. And there are many fields here that do not necessarily need to be filled out. The only fields that are required are the spec book, item, and quantity, as well as the bid history profile. The other fields are not required. If users want to drill down and get more specific item price history, these additional fields can be used. Just for clarification, the letting date can also be used to forecast prices into the future, which include inflation. There are some limitations with this system. The prices with inflation can only be forecasted out to a year in advance. So anything more than a year in advance of the current date, inflation will not be factored in. So inflation for 1 year and more into the future, that inflation will have to be manually entered into the cost estimate. So let's go through and test out the system. We always want to choose spec book 11. That's our default spec book for English items. You can either enter in a portion of an item description or the item number. Here we're just going to type in earth excavation. Enter in a quantity of 500. The 3-year English bid history profile is our default profile. And as I mentioned earlier, if we want to drill down to more specific item price information, we can enter in these other fields. But for right now, we're just going to use the required fields and calculate a price by using the calculate price button. See that the system's processing the information. And we have our results. $65.76 for a quantity of 500 cubic yards of earth excavation. And what's nice about this component here, we could also take a look at the regression analysis. In order to do that, we select the drop-down arrow to the right of the calculate price button. Select the price versus quantity analysis hyperlink. And the regression analysis will load here on this new window. There are some additional functionality in this window. You could zoom in by just highlighting an area of the graph and it will zoom in for you. You can click the information button, click a point on the regression analysis. We get more information about that individual bid. You can click on the proposal and vendors to show more information about the proposal number, the vendor, the value, and ranking for that point. So that's a neat feature. Another neat feature I like to use when we look at ranges, price ranges, to see if a particular price is within a specific range. For the quantity, I like to use the lines variability level. And that will show the expected price range for an item at a particular quantity. So that's a neat feature too. So we'll close this window and I'll kind of show you a little bit of how the inflation functionality works with the letting date. So we can come in here, let's enter in a letting date of, say, September 30th, 2025, which is just about a year, a little less than a year from today's current date. So enter in the letting date, and we will calculate the price again. Systems processing, and then we have our new updated price that calculates and includes inflation in the results. So that's some other functionality that users can use to do their research for item pricing. And that's all that I have for now for the item price bid history component. Thank you for watching. This is James Kosaba with the Project Administration Group.